Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are given this question that if a table is given below which is the group table for some group, we need to fill in the blank entries. So here you can clearly see we have 5 distinct elements which are E, A, B, C, D, right? So these elements are headed for different columns here and for different rows here, right? So let's see how we can perform this thing. So if you remember, we have a rule which says that no entry is repeated in a row. This is the first rule, right? The second rule says no entry is repeated in a column, right? So using this fact, we can very easily compute the entries. So for doing that, let's see the row or column having maximum number of elements within it, correct? So let's take this particular column. When you take this column here, you see B is already present, C is already present, D is already present. So we are only left with A and E, correct? So A and E would come here. Now either this is the one place, this is one place. But you see here for this particular row, we cannot write E anywhere here. Why? Because it is already present here, right? So that definitely here A would come. And if A is appearing here, so in that case E would come here, and we are done with this particular column. Now let's proceed on to some other column, right? Or some other row. Let's see which one we can fill up first, correct? So let's take this particular row now. You have A, you have B, you have D. So C and E, they are left behind. So let's fill up those C and E. So you see E cannot come here because E is already present. So E would definitely come here and the remaining C would come here, right? So we have also filled up this particular row, right? Next, we have to fill up this row. Let's take this row now. Here for this row, we have C, D, E with us. So we have to fill up what? We have to fill either A and B. So let's do that. Here you see we cannot fill B because B is already present here. So definitely we have to fill A here, right? And once you have A here, so definitely B will come here. So we are done with this particular row also, right? So next, let's see what other we can fill up. So here, next, let's have a look. Here you have no clue what can you fill here. Here A and D both can appear, right, at this place. At this place, all the three A, B, C could appear, right? Here B, C, D could appear, and here C, D could appear, not A and not B. So what would appear here? We are not certain in this particular case. So how do we proceed then? For this one, we can write A here, right? We can write not B, not D, not E. So we can write either A here or C here, right? Here also we can write C or D, but we are not sure what would appear here. What about this? This we have already seen. Here we cannot write B, right? Here we cannot write E and A because they are already taken. Here we cannot write D, right? So we can only write C or B, but which one to place where? There is a lot of confusion here. So what we can do here? So if you look at some elements carefully, if you look at this particular element is made up here by writing it like this: E into A is A. So you see this element when composed with A gives you back A. So this element would act as identity. Knowing this clue, you can very easily compute the other elements because you can write down here also as you have E into A is equals to A. Thus this act as what? This would act as the identity element, right? It would act as an identity element. Thus, E would act as an identity element. So using this fact, you can fill up so many elements in your table. So using this fact, you can write down E into B would be B, E into C would be C, E into D would be D, right? Similarly, A into E would be A, B into E would be B, C into E would be C, D into E is again D, right? So we have so many elements here. Next, let's see what else we can fill here. Now you can very easily fill up the remaining elements, right? So here you cannot write A, so definitely you would have to write down A here, right? So here what is left behind? C is left behind. Similarly here what is left behind? D is left behind. Similarly here what is left behind? B is left behind, and here what is left behind? C is left behind. So you have your table with you, and this is what you wanted to have in this particular case. So I hope you understood this question well. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.